Alright, mic's active. We are. Ooh, fuck, I forgot to put up my display. What the fuck? That's not good. How do I forget that before the stream starts? Ain't that about a bitch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking hell. Anyway, get this up. Anyway, what's going on? As you saw, we got a new intro going. Welcome to episode 51 of the Berserk and Nasty podcast. I am your host with the most in terms of body fat, Heath Nation 2465. And I'm joined by a man, he calls himself a milk dud, but he looks like a walking bar of Three Musketeers. I'm joined by
That's
Andy.
fucked up. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. What
Uh,
up, everybody?
bro, look like Mike Tomlin's lost cousin. Oh, we'll get to
That's
that.
fucked up.
Don't you worry. But yeah, this is going to be a controversial episode that we're going to do. But, so, where the fuck do we begin? Well, let's start off with some news happening in the pro wrestling world now. Over the weekend, SmackDown was in Scotland, and Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes in a 3 Stages of Hell match. Andy, did you see this by chance?
I seen the ending of it when what's his name came out. Jacob Fatu.
And what were the 3 stages exactly? I don't remember seeing.
I couldn't remember it because, like I said, I watched the last ending of the match, so I didn't really watch the whole match to know.
Gotcha. Well, Drew,
But you can always look it up.
yeah, we can. We could fucking pull that shit up. Yeah, Tyler, if you're watching, get in here. I'll type him. Alright. Gonna get Tyler on the fucking podcast. We're gonna get him on the podcast. Anyways, what are we looking up? 3
Pages of
stages. Stages of Hell. Oh, here we go. Cody Rhodes. What we got? What we got? Standard match, falls count anywhere, steel cage. Okay, that makes sense. And McIntyre won by escaping the cage. Gotcha. So,
thanks to Jacob Fatu.
yep. So, I don't know, man. I don't know where WWE's going with all this shit. It's a weird setup, especially when they're going to the Royal Rumble. I assume that Cody would have the title at least till Mania. And at that point, we get Homelander Cody. Don't get me wrong. When I found out that McIntyre was in Glasgow, Scotland, when he won this, I was excited for him. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, you won a title in front of your hometown.
Yeah.
Good shit, even though it was interference to Jacob Fatu's big fat ass. But Drew McIntyre's characters just fucking confuse me because it's like, oh, I'm a big angry Scotsman that thinks there's a conspiracy. I gotta interfere in every match. Like, what's the gimmick? What the fuck is the gimmick?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad he's champion. I just don't know where WWE is going with this. I've been out of the loop, so I kind of had to fill myself back in, and I'm just like, checks notes. What?
Like I kind of thought Cody was gonna keep it for a while,
Right.
but they changed their plans, I guess. And plus, the universe kept complaining about Cody being champion, saying he a foreign champion and all.
I mean, it's
I
not.
mean, they could have said the same thing about Roman, but everybody was cock riding Roman.
Of course. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm glad he won the championship. I'm glad it was in front of his hometown of Glasgow, Scotland. Let's go
But
Redskins.
one thing Cody did that hasn't done is defend her damn title.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right on that. What, Jade Cargill or Jay Uso?
Yeah, yeah, Jade Cargill.
Jade Carsick. Got it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
it is.
I don't know what the plan is going. I'm like, who do you have McIntyre defend against at WrestleMania? Because you can't
Unless
have.
they do use Obi. I don't know if it's too soon to give him
Uh,
the title or not.
I mean, it would be a little bit too early to give him that shot. But you can't have Cody Rhodes winning 3 of the last 4 Royal Rumbles. You can't. It will never happen. In an Elimination Chamber, maybe, but you would still have to do some maneuvering. I know a lot of people like this decision because they thought Cody was a boring champion. What's the goal? What is the purpose? Maybe there's something with the story that I'm missing here. I don't know. I don't.
I just got a feeling that at Rumble it's either gonna be Cody or Roman that win that shit,
Right.
or it could be Brock if he pop up. I'm not sure if he's gonna be in it.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre at Mania again? I mean, I shouldn't open my mouth about that. They did Lesnar versus Reigns like 3 times. So,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
yeah, he'll be interesting. I'm going to keep this tab up just in the very case that when Tyler comes here, he wants to talk about it. So, a lot of firings have been happening in the sports world, all right? A lot of firings. We'll talk about one of them. There's one big one that we're going to talk about that dropped earlier this afternoon. But before that, we get this news this morning. So on a previous podcast, I think it was just me and Charles that talked about this. We were talking a little bit about Real Madrid and their coach, Xabi Alonso. For those of you who don't know, Xabi Alonso, underrated legend of soccer. He got a couple championships. I think he got one with Real Madrid, the Champions League, and I think he got one with Bayern Munich, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to check in with Dark Warrior on that one. He becomes a manager. 2 years ago, he managed to get Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga to their first championship in 100-something years. Yeah, he became the hottest coach on the market for teams. And Real Madrid, they had just moved on from Ancelotti, who is another legendary manager, legendary coach. They wanted to take a chance on Xabi Alonso. But you're going to find out a little theme here as we go about this article. As we move along in this article, this week Real Madrid are moving on, but without Alonso, less than a day after their 3-2 loss to their biggest rivals, which is Barcelona and the Supercopa, which is like the Spanish soccer tournament, in case you're wondering. Next to their league, La Liga. Madrid. All right, Alonso, a Madrid legend as a player and one of the most highly rated young coaches in the football world, was gone on Monday evening. His coaching staff were already collecting their things at the club's Valdebebas trading ground. Alonso's successor has already been confirmed. Former teammate, friend, and coach of the reserve team, Castilla Alvaro Arbeloa. Arbeloa. Got it. Okay. Gotta articulate my Spanish a little bit here. Damn it. So, this is article. It doesn't tell the full story. All right. So, for those of you that might not be familiar with soccer, Real Madrid is a powerhouse. And a powerhouse team like them, they got Vinny Jr., they got Kylian Mbappe, they got Jude Bellingham. I think they still have Rodrigo, and they have Camavinga. That's his name. They have all these good players, but a lot of these players have massive egos, which is not surprising, all things considered. Especially with Kylian Mbappe, We all know the story with him and Paris Saint-Germain, but put that aside for a moment. First off, take a look at this, right, Andy? Take a look at this record.
I was seeing it. Jeez.
24, 4, and 6.
4 draws, 6 losses. That's not bad.
Yeah. Real Madrid, one of the most prestigious clubs in the world. Probably the most prestigious. Right? You have that record, 70% winning percentage. You wouldn't think anything is wrong, especially with them being second in La Liga, them doing good in the Champions League, them doing one of their usual deep runs in the Supercopa. You wouldn't think much of it, right? Well, turns out that a lot of the players did not like him. I think, here we go, right here. Locker room sources told ESPN that early in the season, Alonso, a man with clear ideas, determined to implement them, gave the players little leeway. He wanted to change various features of the players' daily routine and their habits. He wanted to see an improvement in punctuality. That's fair. That's fair. You make them punctual, they get the fucking program. He wanted to see fewer outside figures, people close to players, but not part of the squatting coaching staff, present at the training ground. I'm assuming that is, yes, it is Tyler. Hello, Tyler. Welcome to the podcast. It's been a while, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're talking about one firing in football overseas, not here in America.
Gotcha.
So Xabi Alonso, of course, gets axed from Real Madrid. Continuing this article, he wanted to see fewer outside figures, people too close. Yeah, present at the training ground. It was a change which was not well received by some in the dressing room. Yeah, I imagine so. The dude wants to have a little bit of decorum, which is fine. The problem with that, you got some egos running the team. You got Kylian Mbappe, whose ego had already cost Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, multiple opportunities at a Champions League. It almost cost them opportunities to win the French championship as well. And I think an article read that it trickled down over to the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. But put that aside here. You got egos like Mbappe. Then you got egos like Vinny Jr., right? You got, I don't know if I could consider Bellingham one of the egotistical ones. He's just inconsistent. You have all this young talent. You have raw talent all at your disposal, playing for probably the most historic franchise, the most historic club in the world of soccer. And I think all of this attributed to the players being like, you know what, fuck, we don't really fucking like this guy. And I think that played a huge part in him getting axed. Like, they're great players, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, the reason why the team was so successful with Ancelotti was because Ancelotti could allow his older talent to kind of mentor and, Xabi, facts, Iceman. He was too real for Real Madrid. Facts. He at least had some guys like Modric and Rodrigo and Cruz that can bring those young talents down a bit. Keep their egos in check. Tyler, Andy, we're Cincinnati guys. We know about Sparky Anderson and all the effort that he had made to take all those egos on the big red machine down a notch to become
absolutely
a successful dynasty. And Xabi was trying to do the same thing here with Real Madrid. And unfortunately, the players were they weren't having it, and I think that's the big reason why they got him axed. Then again, this record, even still, last 14 games, 7-3-4, that ain't too bad. It's not good, but at the same time, you could build off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a mix of results here. Of course, they lost to Liverpool. They drew against Vallecano, which is like a really shitty. They're like a feeder team in Spain. So they would be up and down and up and down and up and down, and it all culminated into today, where he got fired. Oh, Tyler, since you're here, I didn't watch Pin Down, so I don't know your take on Drew McIntyre winning in Scotland.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I liked it. I think they needed to do something with Drew because, I mean, the guy was champion, 2021, last time he was champ during COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. And plus, either he was going to win the title this time or not, because I'm like, he's challenged for this belt so many times, and if he does not win it, he made it look like to me, I thought he looked like a joke. Right?
I hated his character because of that. You know, his character was just the whiny guy. I'm just going to interfere in fucking everything. You know? Yeah.
And like he was like champion for like not even like 5 minutes at WrestleMania in Philadelphia. What was that, 39 or 40? 41, something like that.
40, yeah.
I'm glad he's got the championship back. I've always been a fan of Drew.
I never hated him. I never hated him. I always thought he was great.
I always thought he was solid.
When he played more King Brock Lesnar, I was just like, yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah. Especially at that time when Brock was untouchable. No one touched Brock like that at all.
Yes.
So that was a big, like, okay, yeah, Drew's a big time player, but I'm totally happy with this. We talked about this on Pin Down on Saturday. I would say let Drew keep the title until WrestleMania, and probably even afterwards. Because I mean, unless they do something like really cool, like it's gonna be like Obafemi versus him for the title, or I don't think Cody will get another rematch. If he does, maybe they turn into a triple threat. Maybe they do like Roman, Cody, and Drew. Or to do a 4-way.
I don't know
with Randy.
Oh, 4-way with Randy. Okay. Jurgen.
I mean, I'd be fine with that. I mean, you get all those guys. I mean, that's a big 4-way match right there. But yeah, I just don't know what, like, creatively, I don't know what you do for Drew.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's my big thing with Drew. It's like, where do you go with his character? Also, Dark Warrior in chat, I agree. Jurgen Klopp as the manager for Real Madrid would fucking be stellar. He did so well for us at Borussia Dortmund, from what I've seen. But yeah, Drew's character has tanked a lot these past few months. So
yeah.
you gotta give him something fresh. You gotta build him up. There's things I like about it and things that I don't. One of them being the timing of it, because it's right before the Royal Rumble. Because now at that point, it's like, okay, who the fuck wins the Rumble now? You can't have Cody doing it 3 out of the last 4 years. That's hell.
Yeah, personally, I think Sami Zayn wins it. If you want my honest opinion, I think Sami Zayn wins the Rumble since they're going to be in Saudi Arabia. But I could be wrong.
He's not even Saudi Arabian. He's Syrian, isn't he?
I think so, but I think he's Muslim. So I mean, I think the people go behind him anyways. Like, yeah, we're going to root for this guy because he's one of us. I think WWE would do it, but now do I think that's a WrestleMania match? No, but it would not surprise me if they want to get out of there one piece.
Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in the final two. Okay, I could see that. I could see it.
Final four, definitely. I think it's got to be Obafemi. Obafemi's going to be final four.
According to the article I'm reading, it says WWE changed plans. And originally it was supposed to be Cody and Roman facing at Mania, but I guess they changed it.
I don't trust those fucking sources sometimes.
I don't have a problem with Roman versus Cody again, but it's like I've seen it already. Like, what's gonna be like the new coat of paint? Like, it's gonna be like Cody being the heel and Roman being the babyface. Okay, it could probably work, but it's like we've been here before, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Like, if there's like another dynamic, cool. I'm not against it, but I don't know. And like I said, I'm not against the whole like trying to get something like some heat going on to WrestleMania and the road to the WrestleMania 2, because I mean, last year's WrestleMania was sucked. Everything WrestleMania last year was retconned. Everything besides Dom being the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, Dom probably was the best thing that night.
Yeah, and like everything's been retconned since. So I mean, they're going to have to do something to get people excited for WrestleMania because it's going to be back in Vegas and stuff like that. I just hope whatever they do, it's going to be good. I heard reports that they're going to be doing a 4-way at Saturday Night's Main Event, and like the participants, I can't remember all top of the head. I think one was Cardona. I think one was Elian Dragunov, Trick Williams, Randy Orton, The Miz. I think Damian Priest. Out of all those guys challenging him for to be number one contender in the 4-way at the Saturday Night's Main Event and challenge him at the Rumble. Call me crazy. I'm not a big fan of Matt Cardona, but I mean, you did sign him. That'd be kind of interesting to see if Cardona challenges him for the title
Cardona
or Dragunov.
Cardona or Orton. That's my pick out of that. I'm not.
Even Dragunov. Dragunov and him would have a banger match.
Fucking beast, dude. Him
crap.
And Drew at the Rumble. Fucking take my money, god damn it! Even more than you already have with the ESPN deal, you fucks.
That's gonna be a physical match, and that'd be one match I'd be sitting down with popcorn watching. That's gonna be good.
Now, to answer Dark, I mean Gunther could win it and take it from Punk, but then again, last time Gunther and Drew were in the ring with each other, it was just absolute pandemonium. So that could probably be where they go with this. Honestly.
I don't know. I think if Jericho comes back, if he doesn't show up for TNA on Thursday, I could see him like wrestling against Jericho or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you put the title on Jericho at Mania?
No. I mean, just like doing like a singles match, like just a regular like match, like no titles involved. Like I think it'd be like interesting to see Gunther versus Jericho in a match.
Yeah.
Because if Jericho's on his like retirement run, here's the thing. Here's the way I think they're going to do it. Either they don't do Jericho now. I definitely think that his last opponent will be AJ Styles. AJ Styles will be his last opponent. He'll beat AJ. But I think if they're going to do Jericho, it'd probably be at WrestleMania, maybe, or later down the line. But definitely, I think Gunther's taking on Brock at SummerSlam to retire Brock. It's going to be in Minnesota.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can see it.
So, I mean, that's what I think they're going to do, but I could be wrong. I'm not in the booking room. I'm just guessing. So,
right.
I guess we'll just find out and see.
But still, the ideas are a lot better than what TKO has been giving us these past few months, I guess.
And plus, The Rock screwed everything up last year, too. Which, by the way, he did not win one Golden Globe the other night. So, get fucked, Dwayne.
Fuck you, Dwayne.
Fuck you.
Huh?
So, yeah, that's it for the wrestling portion. Oh, we routed back to the wrestling portion. All right, let's talk about one of the elephants in the room here. We got to talk about the wild card, of course. We'll start off, Rams and Panthers face each other. That was a really good game. I learned a lot from that.
That was a close game that I thought it was going to be. I thought the Rams were going to win this by 2 possessions, honestly. I'm like, okay, but they got this in the bag. Yeah.
Travis Scott the winner. Shut up, Dark. Stop it.
Oh, God.
Get some help. Trust me, we'll come back to this fucking game real soon.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Bills and Jaguars, I watched like the first half. And then I hear, oh my God, it's the greatest tush push ever. And then I never got to see it. So how great was it? Let's find out.
Reggie Gilliam, fullback, big on the tush push. There he is, shoving, and Allen's got it.
Oh,
not
shit.
to be denied. He's still going.
Yeah, he just was not going down.
Wow. Well, I also saw that he was getting pretty banged up throughout that game. He fucked up his hand.
He was.
I think his knee almost bent backwards, too. On a tackle?
That didn't surprise me.
I was like, what the is this guy fucking the Terminator or something? His testosterone's raised enough since he knows he doesn't have to face Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. and that his hormones are very on high too. He just got his wife pregnant, so there's that too. But they thought this was a touchdown at first. It came back and they were short by 1. It didn't matter. He was still in position to get this touch.
It was
on first and
it was a good he got a good 10 yards out of that. So I mean,
as again Reggie Gilliam rides right.
I love how quiet that Jacksonville crowd is.
Yeah, I was rooting for Buffalo this entire game. I don't have anyone like favorite to like win the Super Bowl or anything like that.
I don't really either.
I don't either.
I'm just watching it for just being an observer, just having fun watching it. But Jacksonville lost. Something I thought was my head was Tony Khan's
Yes!
in the press box crying.
He got his tub of like fucking Briar's ice cream.
I did. Just starts crying. He's like, "We got a new coach and it's the same results. We still lost." I'm like, well, maybe you guys are the problem. But
There goes
well.
my TNT money that I could have gotten through fucking playoff ticket sales.
And honestly, if McDermott, I think this is the second time that the Bills have been to the second round since the one game they played against Kansas City was the overtime game and they lost. That was like a couple years back. But if they don't do anything this year, I do think McDermott gets fired.
Yeah, like that previous season where you said that those 2 years for Buffalo, I thought they were going to implode right there because they had the shit with DeMar Hamlin the season prior, right? Then they have this front office drama the next year where guys are banging this one chick and Stephon Diggs is running his dick liquor. And then they miss that field goal, so it's like, oh shit. They are just underneath that little cap space, like there with the Chargers and Ravens. And I think we even talked about it. I don't think we talked about it on a podcast, but we talked about it on Discord. That was where they were going to implode. The fact that they have held this strong and have still made an AFC championship appearance and are trying to make a deep run now, it fucking amazes me. Like, I've never seen an organization like this resilient.
And Josh Allen's a great quarterback. I know a lot of people call him overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I like watching Josh Allen play the game. It's fun.
So, Josh Allen got a playoff win on the road. Well, we'll get one quarterback that wasn't as fortunate, Justin Herbert. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't hate Justin Herbert. I can't hate the Chargers, man. It's just...
And plus, I think he was playing with a broken hand all year, too, I believe. So, there's that.
Yeah, well, at least he beat the Chiefs twice, so, he can't really be that bad.
I mean, but that's a given. We should have known that they were going to give the Rams that win. Because I think the whole idea is to push the Rams to the Super Bowl. That's just my theory, but I could be wrong.
I mean, Stafford is MVP caliber right now, so it would behoove everybody not to take this fucking team lightly. I'm just going to say that up front.
Yeah.
But I would prefer Josh Allen to win it, to be honest, if I had to choose.
The Niners beat the Eagles. I should have pulled up that video that you shared, Andy, of all the Eagles fans throwing all that shit at Niners fans. I'm like, they're both shit cities.
Yeah.
Let them fucking take each other out.
Yeah, I saw that clip on Twitter.
Fucking hell. Oh.
It's still in the Discord.
I know. You know how I am.
Yeah, just commenting back on the Eagle game real quick. I thought it was very weird though that they lost. A couple years ago they lost Brock Purdy to that gruesome Tommy John surgery, whatever that's called, UCL something, whatever ligament is in your arm, and he got taken out in Philadelphia. And then a couple seasons later, you have George Kittle, completely healthy for the rest of the season, gets there to Philadelphia and tears his Achilles heel,
and they still win it.
Yeah. And it's just it's crazy to me. Like this stadium's cursed for them or something. It's twice.
Their best wide receivers, all right, get this. One of them was a part of a miracle that happened when he played for Tennessee, right? The Tennessee University. And then the other one was the victim of a drive-by shooting where he got shot in the leg. And those guys beat the Eagles.
Yeah. And speaking about the Eagles, not even an hour ago, they just fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I saw that much. I saw that.
I didn't even know that.
That's their 5th offensive coordinator in 5 years.
Well, they lost the one coordinator. I can't remember which one he was. I don't know if it was the one he went to Indianapolis or the one that went to the Cardinals. But yeah, he was one of their he was on that coaching staff until he took that job with Arizona and Indiana. I can't remember which one who was who, but yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, shit. All right, guys, just joining the Discord is the man I'm getting good. He's the man that always volunteers for jury duty just to see white people get arrested. How you doing, Charles?
That's crazy.
Yes, the best reason.
That's crazy.
You ain't shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, snap. So we're just going over NFL stuff here. All right, what do we want to talk about first? Do you want to hear me rant about the Packers, or should we talk about the Steelers first? I'll let you guys decide.
I think the Steelers should be the appetizer. Let the Packers be the main course.
Okay.
Crash out.
Okay, yeah.
That's just me, though.
I'm gonna fucking crash out. But first, we have some developing news that happened earlier this afternoon. First off, Texans just destroyed. Destroyed the Steelers. It was close to start, and then Rodgers started throwing interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I can't talk too much. I like Rodgers, personally. I don't know why people hate him. That's just me. Don't shoot the messenger. But
he's overrated. That's why.
But it's been like that for what, the last 4 or 5 years? He always gets to the NFC Championship and he just can't never move past it.
Right.
Yeah. That's one thing I'll say. I've always been a fan of Rodgers when he was in his prime. The past couple of years, you can definitely tell he was on the decline. If I can talk for 5 seconds. Especially the last 2 years of his career in Green Bay, he was really starting to decline then, in my opinion. Well, arm accuracy and everything in between, but yeah.
Right. It's really weird, especially with this Steelers team. I mean, I feel like they could have had something. They had Metcalf, they had Thielen, they had Valdez-Scantling, his old target from Green Bay, mind you. I mean, they could have made a playoff. It's one of those things where you just look and you're like, yeah, I'm not surprised that this fucking happened.
His O-line wasn't good either, in my opinion. I thought the O-line was trash.
Oh yeah, O-line.
They should have kept Pickens.
Yeah. Well, to hear them say he was too much of a basket case, but they kept DK Metcalf and he getting fights with fans in Detroit. But yeah, there's that.
So
and look what he ended up doing.
Yep. Mike Tomlin, earlier today, he steps down as Steelers coach, ending a 19-year run. They're going to be looking for their 4th coach. That's insane to think about.
This is my reaction today when I found out about this. Fuck Tomlin.
I never liked
Then
him.
what did he do though?
I've always hated that fish-eyed bastard.
I don't care that he was from here and coached the Bearcats. Fuck him. I've never been a fan of Mike Tomlin. I always thought he was a sack of shit. The guy was 3-9 and 3-10 now in his career in the playoffs. I think he was starting. Everyone's like, well, he's a great coach. No, he's not. He's a league average coach at best. The only reason why he was there, probably gets paid for this, but I think the only reason why he was there because of the whole the one rule. What's it called? The Steeler rule.
Charles, you were just talking about that last week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think he was there.
It's a stupid ass rule.
When did they start it though? When was it when the fuck?
Early 90s, late 2000s, I think. Or early 2000s, I think.
It was years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that dumbass rule.
I think it's a stupid rule. Like, everyone's like, well, Marvin Lewis had that rule. I'm like, no, Marvin Lewis is cheap and he was retarded. That's why he was here, because Mike Brown didn't want to spend money on an actual coach.
Yeah, that's the same reason Zach's still here, because he's cheap.
2003.
Exactly. 2003, okay.
Okay, and you know what? It's funny now, and you do the minority, I feel like the reason they do this is to just give teams cheap draft picks, because they give, what's the term? Compulsory draft picks? They do it the middle of the 3rd or 4th round whenever you draft a minority onto your coaching staff or whatnot. And
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and those teams never fucking use them. They trade them off to get fucking scrap goods at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that too. I put it in the mini chat right here. I don't know if you see it though, Heath.
I can.
Apparently the Ravens owner came out and said he might be interested in signing Tomlin, and plus there's a little picture right there. I don't know if you guys heard the whole everyone. Yeah, like everyone's there, but Zach Taylor. Like
You're next, bitch.
I wish he was, but no, he'll be here forever.
And then Harbaugh just goes to his fucking Steelers. That'd be funny.
That would be hilarious.
From what I've heard, I've been like keeping up on this. They say he's interested in two teams. They say he's interested in he's interested in them, right? The Browns, and he's interested in the Giants.
Oh, I heard Ravens too. Yeah, I saw this one. I think you posted this in Tugs' Discord.
Yeah, I just thought that was a hilarious meme. But yeah, like I don't know why Harbaugh would go to the Browns, especially with the quarterback situation they have there, especially with John.
Because remember, he originally wanted to draft Shador.
Didn't know that. That's news to me.
Really?
Yeah, that was his original draft pick.
Damn.
Interesting.
Damn.
Well, Shador refused to play behind Lamar.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see that.
Homies help out.
I
homies.
I think Cleveland would be like a terrible pick for Harbaugh, which I don't like Harbaugh at all. He can get fucked. He's a little baby back bitch, but
his brother's better.
I feel like you give Cleveland a decent wide receiver, they'd be solid because the defense is already solid as it is.
I think he had a better fit going to the Giants. Or in my opinion, I thought when he first got fired, I heard him like, oh well, you know what, he might go to the Raiders because Tom Brady's trying to get a decent head coach in there, and I'm like, well, if you're going to have anyone there, you might as well go get Harbaugh. Now, since Stefanski's available, and so is now Mike Tomlin, which I don't think Mike Tomlin gets I don't think he gets like the head coaching job. I think it takes like a year off. He'll come back next season and see who gets fired. But I guess we'll just see what happens. But there's a lot of teams that need a head coach. I think didn't the Cardinals just fired their coach too?
Yeah, so he wasn't doing jack shit. I don't think.
He could take his ass to college.
No shit. Yeah. Go behind Mr. Grump's Kirk Signetti.
Tell him to go coach Ole Miss.
But Mike Tomlin, good riddance. Get fucked.
I got that, Charles. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you know what? Tomlin would fit with the Raiders because he likes to attacking players. Remember he did that game against the Ravens that one year in the championship playoff game round, whatever it was. Like he stuck his foot out and tripped one of the receivers.
Oh,
I think it was Jacoby. It was the Ravens receiver. What was his name? Jacoby something.
Jacoby Jones, dude. R.I.P. R.I.P. to the legend.
And he tripped him. Yeah.
Yeah, he had his knee out, and it caused Jacoby Jones to shift his momentum when he's running because when you run to the side, you lose a little bit of field position momentum while you do that. So he basically fucked him in the ass that time.
Yep, and plus Mike Tomlin's coaching staff too. When they remember on the one game against the Bengals, when Drake Kirkpatrick got that return punt, and one of the coaches grabbed his dreads on the sidelines.
It was just a massive revenge. Well, it's funny, right? Vontaze lays out Antonio Brown, and then Juju lays out Vontaze, but they cap it off there, right?
Yeah.
And they're not going to leave out the fact that Juju got absolutely fucking gobsmacked by Von Bell years later.
Yeah. When that stupid TikTok shit, that's what happened. Right on the Bengals B and just knocked his ass out.
Stupid pantomiming. I've seen a kid with Down syndrome do better moves with his hands than that. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. Where did he go to, anyways? I know he went to New England last year, but where's he at now?
I thought he was still on the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, or was that just for that Super Bowl run?
Juju Smith-Schuster. He might be still at Kansas City. I'm not sure.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Last team I saw him play for was New England.
No, he's back with the Chiefs. Okay.
I
don't know why the fuck would you go back. Damn, Patrick Mahomes must be fucking. Honestly, though.
Wait, this nigga got a ring? What the hell he get a ring with? The Chiefs?
Yeah.
Kansas City. Yeah.
I think he had when they 2 beat catches.
I think that's when they beat the Eagles, right?
I
A
think
couple years
it was,
back when Chris.
no, I think
he
it
was
was when they beat the Niners because I think I remember it saying somewhere he had like 2 catches in that game.
Mm.
Mm.
I thought he was still with the Steelers at that time. All right.
I just honestly,
Man.
Tomlin, this is the weirdest debate in the history of sports, right? Because he never had a losing record when he was with the Steelers. But he did enable a lot of bullshit that eventually trickled down to the locker room. And eventually it permeated across the fan base. Like, I'm sorry. When a YouTuber dedicates an entire series to how shit and dysfunctional your team is in a season, it's time to get the fuck out. When it was either here's when I wanted Tomlin fired. I wanted it after Days of Our Steelers, like I just brought up with Urinating Tree, or the Browns is the Browns. Yeah, after those two, if I'm the owner, I'd be like, pack your shit and get out.
Here's my thing with Tom. Everyone's like, well, he's a great Super Bowl caliber coach. And I'm just like thinking to myself, well, if he's such a great Super Bowl caliber coach, how come he ain't been to the Super Bowl since 2011 against the Packers? One. Number two, if he's such a great coach, how come he can never develop a quarterback?
That's because the organization is refusing to draft one.
Yeah. True, but the thing is, like they had what's his name? The one went to the Giants or the Jets. What's his name? The Ohio State kid.
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. I thought he did decent for him. I don't think it was I don't think he was great, but I thought he did decently, and so did Mason Rudolph.
And they chose Aaron Rodgers over him.
Yeah, and my whole point being is everyone's like, well, Tomlin knows how to coach. I'm like, well, does he really know how to coach? Because he did get he got Coach Coward's team before he retired. And pretty much got handed the keys to the kingdom. Yeah, he really didn't have to do a whole lot.
He basically got what was left of Cowher's sloppy seconds, in a sense, because they still had Santonio Holmes, they still had Hines Ward,
Lexio Burris. Yep.
No, Burris had already gone to the Giants at that point.
I thought he came back to Pittsburgh too. I thought.
I don't think so. He was with the Steelers and then the Giants. And I think he went to the Saints afterwards. That's what it was. Okay.
Well, I definitely know they had Palomalu there until he retired.
Right.
That boy, and they had James Harrison.
Jerome Bettis too, I think.
So yeah, they had the
Bettis
bus.
retired after winning that Super Bowl with Cowher, I think. Or he stayed with one more year. Okay. But they did, his replacements were just as good. Willie Parker, Rashard Mendenhall.
Yep. Hines Ward.
So then they brought in Antonio Brown.
Yep, drafted Antonio Brown, then drafted Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Le'Veon Bell.
Hold on a moment. This ESPN article is wrong. His last postseason win was an 18-6 victory against the Chiefs in 2016. They faced the Bengals. Who the fuck made this article? Who the fuck? A woman made this article.
I like my women like I like my women like my NASCAR. No right turns.
Bitch, get your ass back in the kitchen. They faced the Bengals. You fucking hoe. Charles, you were in the middle of saying something. I hope I didn't cut you off.
No, you did.
Fucking 18-16 victory. It was against the Bengals, you dumb broad.
And in the last game he was in, the Bengals beat him in that wild card game because that was Big Ben's last year, and we beat him.
No, she was right. It was the Chiefs.
What?
Really? It was the Chiefs.
Wait,
18-16, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that was the score of that Bengals game.
It said 2016 and one bit because Ben Roethlisberger was still playing, right?
but remember they
Yeah,
always
Roethlisberger-
count. They always count. They play the regular season 1 year. Whenever they do the postseason games, they go the next year over because it happens the next year. So even though it's in 2016, this is in
Still
regards to
been
the 2015 season. Here, I'll pull it up on screen right now.
Because if this is the game, if this is the field goal game, then we lost. Yeah,
we can pull this up. Yeah, this is here we go right here. 3-6. Yeah, see? Since Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Remember, they call it Yep. I see.
Because this is the game where Big Ben got the concussion, came back, and then got all the calls and the fights on in the stands, and freaking Pac-Man arguing with the ref, and
okay, so she must be talking about. I guess they counted the 2015 season, then, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would count. So playoffs in 2016 counts as regular season 2015. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is, right there. With Kansas City.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. But technically, that season would have been 2015.
No,
leading
that
into
would
the
be
2016 season.
It would be
right?
2017 playoffs. So she's got her numbers wrong. So
you're off.
She's wrong and right at the same time. It was in regards to the 2016, but it technically happened in 2017. Yes, Iceman nailed it right. That's why they call it the perfect season for 2007, but the Super Bowl happened in 2008. So she's part retard is what we're trying to get at. She's not wrong, but she isn't right either. I stand.
Go full retail, mate.
Yeah. But at the same time, get your ass back in the kitchen, bitch.
That was the year Atlanta got embarrassed.
Yeah, the Patriots fucking embarrassed them. But yeah, it's a real conundrum. Like I said, the days of our Steelers season, I think that's when people started turning on Tomlin. Because you had Big Ben's ego running wild. You had Big Ben thinking that he's hot shit later in his career. You had the whole Le'Veon Bell saga. You had the whole Antonio Brown saga, which basically took over the headlines for that team. And not only that, look at all the losses that happened. They botch a field goal against Oakland. They get stripped against the Saints. I think the Bengals kicked their ass in like the season finale, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
To that season, we can look it up. 2018.
Thank goodness Justin ain't here.
Yeah, fuck Justin. Watch me jinx it. He comes on and be like, "Fuck you, Mr. White Man." How much you want to bet?
He might be asleep.
He probably has to work a job tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because the Jaguars, that's when Big Ben had the run. And then he has that shitty pass against the Broncos. And then the Chargers come back on their ass. And then the Raiders was the missed field goal. And then the Raiders was the strip from... Okay, so they did beat the Bengals. Okay. But either way, when all that stuff about the locker room shit happened, it kind of metastasized onto the Steelers brand. And from that point on, there was just no escaping the drama when he was coach. And I think it just was like, that's when it was like, he needs to get fired. He needs to get fired. He needs to get fired.
Well, Yahoo Sports just reported this 4 hours ago. They said teams would have to trade for Mike Tomlin to be their head coach since he wasn't fired.
Oh God, they're gonna.
Wow.
The last time I've ever seen that work was with John Gruden going to the Buccaneers. Like it hasn't worked since then.
Oh yeah,
the one I remember the most.
Technically, he's still under contract, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if a lot of teams are going to give him like. Surely the guy, no one would give like a first round pick for Mike Tomlin to be their head coach. I mean, remember the Blue Jays said that crap for John Farrell back in the day with the Red Sox. Or the Red Sox wanted John Farrell from the Blue Jays. Yeah. That's the last thing I remember from that. A coach getting traded to another team. But
oh God, I forgot all about that. Yeah, but yeah, Tomlin. I don't know who they're gonna get as coach. They should get John Gruden. Fuck it.
They said Arthur Smith is available. Is interviewing for the job. So is Brian Flores. Brian Flores just got done interviewing for the job too.
You bring Belichick back.
Sorry, you said Arthur Smith, and I had an allergic reaction.
Someone mentioned his name. I didn't know who he was. I'm trying to put two and two together. I'm like, I don't even know who this freaking guy is.
That's the guy that ruined Desmond Ritter. I will never forgive him for that shit.
All right.
In fact, bring Marvel Lewis back.
Good luck on that one.
Bring in Lane Kiffin. Oh wait.
I wouldn't be surprised if Antonio, what's his name, the former Raiders head coach. Wouldn't surprise me if he
Pinheiro, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that would be interesting.
Is Brian Kelly still available? Is he still out in the market? I'm just curious.
Fuck Brian Kelly.
I want to know. Is he? Okay, he's still on the market. Awesome. There you go.
He should have just stayed in Ohio State, honestly.
Hey, Jackie. Welcome to Berserk and Nasty Podcast. We hope you enjoy your stay. You might want to get comfortable. You might want to grab a bowl of popcorn. Because now it's time for some ranting.
That boy Caleb Williams.
Fuck! It's all coming out, guys. It's already gone to shit. All right. Where do I begin with this? Just where do I begin?
Wherever you want.
The Bears and Packers has always been a great rivalry. When it gets to the playoffs, especially with this, it's the rubber match. The Bears got the win on us in the 40s or whatever, and then B.J. Raji jammed the ball in their throats in 2010, right? So this is a rubber match in the playoffs.
Yep.
And a lot of talk about injuries, all this other good shit. And you know what? The Packers get off to a good start. They are spreading the ball around. They are giving it to Romeo Dobbs, who I call Sock Monkey from now on. Racial prejudice aside, shut up, he wears a thing on his head. It's a good nickname, damn it. But they're spreading the ball around. Josh Jacobs is running the ball down their throats. It's a thing of absolute beauty. Packers take a 21-3 lead in halftime. And I look at my dad, and we said, now is not the time to let off the gas. Especially given their previous playoff endeavors. Like the whole shit with Seattle. So, what happens? The Packers have a bad drive to start the next series. Off the half. Josh Jacobs up the middle. Oh, disregard the fact that he's getting hot dog fucked by Montez Sweat. Let's just throw a shitty pass afterwards. All right, we gotta punt it. Oh, what's that? The defense holds? Okay. Josh Jacobs up the middle. All right, let's throw another shitty pass. Over and over and over and over again. Do you know what? The Packers weren't even playing to win. They were playing not to lose. Did you not learn your lesson from Seattle? Those last 5 minutes? When Marshawn Lynch decided to shove the ball right up your ass? And one of your players, I got Butterfingers. Give up 25 points in the fourth quarter. You let the first half, you had Caleb Williams at the end of your strap on. You were going PBA on that fingernail painting fuck. And then you got cocky. Next thing you know, dotting them up left and right. Colston Loveland, he's out on the open field. You might as well just have this game in a cornfield in Nebraska. Because he was that fucking open. And you give up all of that and you lose by 4. There's no excuse for this. You have just given your enemies so much ammo to meme. You let Caleb Williams run down your throats after you were taking the proverbial strap onto his ass, giving him more pleasure than his father probably could. He strikes me as the type of guy that loves kissing his dad on the mouth.
That's crazy.
And you let him run rampant. Where's the horizontal passing? Where's Josh Jacobs finding alternate routes instead of going right up the middle? What happened, Pat? What happened, Jordan Love? Did you just forget to play football? Don't answer
they
that.
just choked. That's all. They choked.
They choked
He
harder
choked.
than a New York stripper, man. And I'm just, fuck. Again, the Packers, it's a unique team. Diverse running backs. Spreading the ball out to different receivers. We have a bunch of them. Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, freaking Ted Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, Josh Wiley, Cincinnati boy. You mean to tell me that we can't use horizontal passing to get yards after the catch? It had been working for us the whole time. It worked for us when we were taking on Dallas. No, Justin.
No, I think the
Justin.
Packers was best back when Brett Favre was playing for the.
Or Rodgers was better, I think. But
Yeah, that too.
dude, I'm losing my voice and I'm losing my mind. We're getting a Heath
Because
rant
you're
again.
yelling.
You know, I've had to listen to Justin these past few weeks. You know, ranting about the Bengals, ranting about Zach Taylor, and of course Charles and Tyler having to jump in and all that. Well, you know what, Justin? If you're watching this podcast, fuck you. It's my turn to rant about football, motherfucker. It's my turn to rant about my team.
I honestly thought the Packers had this locked up. Honestly, like the way that the Bears were playing, especially in that one possession of the game where they went for it, and it was 4th and 1, I think, and they threw the ball and and it was a pick in the third quarter. I was just like, why did you not run the ball on 4th and 1? Get in the tush push and got the first down.
Yeah, to my nun guy, nonetheless.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, all right. But
Well,
again, I thought the Packers.
Chicago about to choke against New England. What?
Or Los Angeles.
Yeah, they've been playing against the Chargers.
Well, yeah,
I
the
believe.
Rams.
Yeah,
No, the Rams.
The
The
Rams.
Rams.
the Rams. I thought they played the Chargers. Okay, so
No,
yeah,
different conferences. Yeah.
I think the Bears got that. I don't see the Rams going past the second round.
I don't know, man. Stafford, I think Stafford's fucking goated right now.
I mean, you got Ben Johnson, and that guy's been a godsend for Chicago. Let's just be real. Like,
Almost
because I mean,
got
look at
fourth down.
his Lions.
Almost got 4,000 rushing yards. Passing. Damn. How about that? Chicago had a president and a pope before they got a quarterback that passed for 4,000 yards.
I'm not gonna lie. I did think if Caleb Williams was gonna lose, I thought he was gonna cry in the stands like he did in that championship game when he was in college. But yeah, I still remember that. I can't get that out of my head.
I don't blame you for not getting out of your head. I just.
Ugh.
You know what, Tyler? It wasn't even just that interception. They had a chance later in the game because the Bears fucked up their kickoff. Packers got the ball at their own 40. I don't know if you remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. How many first downs did they get? One first down. The field is practically handed to you. It's basically your own cotton field back in the 1800s. And you said no.
And speaking about the Bears, I don't know if you guys heard about that. No, it might be irrelevant at the time, but they said the Bears might be moving to Gary, Indiana, by the way, too.
Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Not Gary. Gary, Indiana? That shithole? How the hell would you pull that off?
They said it's only 30 minutes away from Chicago, and plus they said the mayor or whatever said they'll pay for the stadium and everything to get out of Chicago, because they said apparently that the taxes are going to be cheaper and stuff like that, and plus people are going to be safer than Chicago, which, I mean, yeah, anything will be safer than Chicago, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny because I don't know if I saw Pat McAfee covering it. I don't know if Sports Wars covered it or not, but I saw Pat McAfee talk about it a couple of days ago on his show.
I heard it was Arlington Heights.
Yeah, I heard Gary, Indiana. That's what I heard. Yeah. I heard Gary, Indiana from Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
So
Gary, Indiana. Yeah, Iceman. It's that same Gary, Indiana. I think it was also the birthplace of Michael Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The Jacksons lived there until they went on to Hollywood.
Okay. I couldn't see Indiana is already taken up by the Colts. I don't think you could interfere with that market. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like
that's the home. That's the home he got his ass whooped by his daddy.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Andy's not lying there. But I don't know. Like it's like the Browns thing. The Browns are trying to move too. They were trying to get a new stadium, and they were going to be 45 minutes away from Cleveland. Yeah. So that got.
Did you hear about the Chiefs having a new stadium?
I did hear about that. They said that they're probably going to leave Missouri or something like that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. They want to go to Kansas. I'm like, where the fucking Kansas would you go? Like, Missouri and Kansas are practically tied at the neck.
Yeah, most of these teams are doing it so they can host a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the only thing I can think of if they do reconstruction, would they go wherever the Rams played at until their stadium was available?
Right.
No, they probably just keep playing in their stadium.
Yeah,
I think they got 2 years left on their contract.
Why not just tear down Arrowhead? Just rebuild it from there. It's right there next to Kauffman Stadium. It's literally like next door. It's like Cincinnati and West Bank Arena, but still, it's okay.
I don't think they'd be able to because I know the World Cup's supposed to be coming there this year.
Okay,
but even still, I think it's not just the Chiefs. I think the Royals have even talked about moving, didn't they?
Yeah, I think the Royals actually are moving.
Which
I didn't hear about that one.
Wow. Yeah, the thing with those
most of it just for money and tax reasons.
Which I think is fucking stupid because I remember watching America's Game when the Chiefs won their first Super Bowl back with Len Dawson and Willie Lanier, those days, right?
Yeah.
I remember one of the interviews that they had with one of those media guys at the time. It's like, the Chiefs represent that whole area. Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma. They're basically the icons of that middle America. And
right.
It's going to be hard to see how this all works out. I forgot the Bills were even making their own stadium, which was shocking to me.
think they move in there next season, I believe, which is a pretty nice stadium. But I was surprised it wasn't a dome, honestly. But
is it outdoor?
Yeah, I think they got the little whatchamacallit. What's the little thing you put over the stadium? It's not a dome, which was like a little tent or something you put over the stadium.
Roof. Yeah, retractable roof kind of thing, gimmick thing.
Yeah, it's like a rechargeable roof, but it's still attached. It's like where the weather can't really affect it, but you're still outdoors.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like the wind can't get to it, but it can still get cold, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
I was saying that'd be a great place for WrestleMania to go to.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if they'd be able to host the Super Bowl, but they might. I'm not sure.
Right.
Look at this face, bruh. That is the face of a man that is reliving every regret that he's ever had in his life, all in one image.
This is a man going back to like Pee Wee ball and his dad yelling at him what a piece of shit he was for fucking up that one play.
Look, he does got that Pee Wee Herman hairline going.
Yeah. I know you everyone in right.
Hi, kids.
I hated Pee Wee. Sorry if I did. I just never liked that shit.
I can see him wearing his tap shoes underneath all this professional shit. Fucking, I don't know where the Packers go from here. A lot of people say that he should stay. I'm like, why? Like,
I don't think he's a terrible coach. I just think he makes stupid ass decisions, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's a great coach, but my God, he makes stupid decisions without having the right personnel around him to support him.
Yep.
Hey, man. And ain't nothing wrong with going for it on fourth down every time.
Yeah,
it's 4th and 20 here. Let's throw the ball.
I never got that part. I never got that about teams.
Going for it on fourth down?
Well, like it's like 4th and 10. It's like, well, shouldn't you have done that like 10 plays ago, like or 10 yards ago to get the first down? But now you got like a penalty and shit like that. It's like Marvin Lewis. Marvin would be run ball heavy. Well, like it was like a definitely a 3-and-2 situation. We could have definitely got a pass, and he just go for a crappy running play, and then we lose yards. Like, yeah, they knew it was coming because it was the run. It's like, what? This is basic football here. Like those days as a Bengal fan. Good God.
Remember back in the day, we couldn't even watch the games because they wouldn't sell out.
Oh, blackouts. Yep, I remember that crap. Mike Brown,
policy.
piece of shit.
I hate how that policy has started to trickle over into streaming sites now. It's fucking stupid.
Yep.
That's why the NBA is getting fucked in the ass right now, is because they took that blackout shit too literally, to the point where you even got guys like LeBron James watching the games on Stream East.
Yeah. His days might be numbered because apparently 50 Cent's coming after him next, like Diddy. So stay tuned on that one.
Damn, 50 Cent beefing with LeBron. Now I've seen everything.
Oh yeah, he's like putting on Twitter, like posting pictures of LeBron. He's like, you next, and he's like, and we're not talking about championships. I'm like, oh shit.
But yeah, fuck you, Green Bay. This is some bullshit. And Matthew Golden. This is the first touchdown that he scored all year. First touchdown.
I heard it got so loud, you could. They say Green Bay could barely hear the plays being called.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, that's surprised. First time they've been in the playoffs since what? 2018 was when the Boink game when they kicked the field goal and it went so good.
Really?
Yeah. Double doink.
How long Aaron Rodgers been out of Green Bay? What's it been, 3 years?
Yeah, for the most part.
4 or 5, it feels like. I think he left in 22, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Because I think he left after Tom went to Tampa Bay, I think.
Yeah.
I believe
think it was the year. It was the year afterwards. It was the year
and
after
Tom went there in
because
21.
that year it was. I think it was still the pandemic year because the Packers had faced the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game with It was basically Rodgers versus Brady, and then. No, it was 22. Yeah, 20 was the NFC Championship. 2021 was the Niners game. Because remember, Charles, me, you, and Justin went to that bar, and we got to see that game-winning field goal that the Niners made.
Yeah, that's
I remember.
Quarterback. Yeah. I remember that game.
Because that was the same night that the Bengals beat the Titans, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a beautiful run by the Bengals. I'm sorry, that was a beautiful run.
Yeah, it took me off guard completely.
It took me off guard too. I'm like, the only way we're going to beat Tennessee is that they don't have Derrick Henry, and he played, but he was not effective.
So yeah, fuck you, Packers. Moving on here. Peach Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, college football, semifinals. This might be the best semifinals I've ever seen. Like these four teams right here. Every one of them's got a story. Two of these guys have not won a championship ever. One of them's trying to give the massive middle finger to Lane Kiffin. The other one is trying to give a massive finger to all these analysts like, they don't deserve to be here because of our SEC bias and all that shit. So, we go to the Fiesta Bowl. Fun-ass game, by the way. It's fun when you don't have an investment in either team because you can learn to just enjoy the game. You know what I mean? It's a very fun, especially with this. So, Ole Miss and Miami were battling back and forth, and it all culminates in this run by Carson Beck. Remember how much fun we talked so much shit about Carson Beck moving from Georgia to Miami, and it seems to have worked out for him. Let's take a look.
Carson Beck and shotgun. C.J. Daniels in motion to his left. They're throwing it. Carson Beck. He's going to run it in himself.
Wow!
Carson Beck takes the lead in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, McAfee, stay your ass on college football. Don't announce any more wrestling matches, please. Please.
Yeah.
All right. Indiana and Miami. The national championship. Who do we got, guys?
So Miami gets home field advantage, huh?
Yeah, I forgot the national championship's in Miami. Ooh, I forgot about that. Damn. Maybe that's why the odds are at Indiana by 8.5. Damn.
I've not really been paying attention to college. I'm gonna go with Miami on this one.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I'll give my prediction. Indiana has been godlike. And they did it without, I don't even think they've had one of their players being 5 stars. I think 4 of them are 4 stars, right? And the fact that they're in this position now, in the college national championship, under such a good coach, is amazing to me. And Miami's a good team too. I mean, you have to be in order to beat Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. You got to be. So, Indiana might be the powerhouse here. But, does that mean that Miami is doomed? Not really. If Carson Beck can use his feet like we just showed, right, and those 2 defenders for Miami get to Mendoza, they have a shot at this. I'm going to give Indiana 65-70% chance of winning. Like, Indiana's great. I think it'll be the last hurrah, especially if they're going to be competing in Miami, right? I got Indiana by 10, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mario Cristobal pulls out a little bit of moon runes here and now. You know? It's going to be an interesting game. Right. At the end of the day, you know who really wins this? You know who really wins? The fans. This might be the best college playoff ever. because we've had to listen to the media and Paul Finnebaum's dumbass and Nick Saban and Pat McAfee. The SEC are the best fucking conference in football right now. You gotta put some respect on their name. Hey, who the fuck is James Madison? Who the fuck are these other teams? Right? And the Final Four has posed us 4 different stories. That's awesome. 4 unique stories. When is the last time we've ever had a Final Four that has given us a unique story? The only one I could think of was 2021 when the Bearcats made it in under Luke Fickell. Maybe 2022 with Max Duggan, Sonny Dykes, TCU.
Yeah.
It's just rather interesting. It's beautiful. And all the critics are finally getting shot down for their bias. And it's beautiful. And it's all going to culminate in this game. And I hope it's a good one. I really do. Any last words? Comment?
I don't think you said it for all of us, I think.
I try my best, Tyler.
Yeah.
I try my best to get a point across. A lot better than Trey at the local China buffet. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're on to the last topic here. The elephant in the room. Oh, shit. Sorry. The Horton Hears a Who, so to speak, of this entire podcast, right? Because as you're seeing on the screen right now, this has been a topic that has been developing for well over 2 weeks now, and it has culminated in an incident that has taken this country by storm. All right, let me just preface something. You got to bounce, Tyler? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude. I gotta get dinner and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for having me on, boys. I appreciate it. And I know you're gonna cover this one about ice. I have my own opinions on that one, but I'm mostly gonna keep it to myself to a later date.
Right. I got you, Tyler.
But yeah. But thanks for having me on, guys. Y'all have a good weekend.
Anytime.
And, catch y'all later
Anytime, Tyler.
Hey, man.
Anytime.
Later, guys.
It's always a pleasure to have Tyler on these streams. Always, especially when we talk about sports. So, the main subject of tonight, and it's going to get a bit controversial right here. And I know I originally did not want to talk about this, but Andy, much like a massive Karen, has been sharing shit on the Discord for the past few days. Here, you need to cover this. I'm like, all right! Curb your politics for 5 seconds. But it's going to have a little bit of layers, and I just want to say something right up front, right? As I'm switching pictures here, we barely cover politics or serious topics on this show. Like, if you guys saw the beginning of the stream, right? We got a new intro. You ever notice how the end of that thing says pop culture and current events? See, that's a broad definition, right? It's different. It can have different meanings. And me and the boys, we all agreed that we would barely ever talk about politics unless the time calls for it. And it looks to say, thanks to everything that Andy's been sharing, that the time is now. So, I don't think that we can use news articles to explain this story. You know, we can get away with it. What's up?
No, I don't think so.
We can't really use news articles to talk about the gravity of this situation. Because it doesn't matter where you look. Doesn't matter if you're on the left. Doesn't matter on the right. We can all agree that there are some things that the news likes to keep from us. Very pertinent information. It's not like with the sports stories that we just covered, where we could pull up an article, read a couple lines like we've done with Mike Tomlin and Zabi Alonso, and just give our opinions and let the conversation go from there. We need proper context, we need proper storytelling, and we need to have proper discourse. Especially when it comes to serious topics like this. That's why we barely talk about politics, because when we started this podcast, me, Charles, Andy, and Justin, all four of us agreed that politics can be very, very divisive. It can be very controversial. And that's why we've refrained from talking about it for the most part. But due to this situation and the implication it has, we have no choice. So I'm going to start you all from the beginning here. This YouTuber by the name of Nick Shirley posted a video. When was this posted? 2 weeks ago. In regards to a fraud scheme that has taken over Minnesota by storm, where you have a bunch of Somali immigrants that are posing to try to run daycares to get tax money from the government, right? I think the total is that. Go ahead, Charles.
No, I was just agreeing.
Oh, okay. It's hard to hear sometimes. This computer gets weird. But Nick Shirley did this investigation in Minnesota involving Somali immigrants that were swindling money under the guise of daycare centers and learning centers, or leering centers in this case, to swindle tax money, right? I think the total at this point has been uncovered. It's $9 billion. That's a lot of fucking money.
Jesus.
It's bad. And now what's up?
So what the hell they got to do with food stamps then?
Good question, Charles. I didn't even think of that. Holy shit, that's big brain. What the fuck do they do about the food stamps?
Yeah, so if the fraud came from the daycares, why'd they cut the food stamps?
Right. Oh, that's a good... Maybe there was some... I would attribute it to, like, bylaws that were getting... Or, like, loopholes getting exposed. If I'm willing to bet. It's a good question, though. I actually might look into that afterwards. But anyway, Nick Shirley does this massive expose. 2 weeks ago, this was uploaded December 26th. Literally the day I went out and said the Players Union was eating corn the long way. But I had forgotten about it. It was one of those stories that kind of was put on the back burner, right? It evolved over time. It started to get bigger. From that point on, ICE decided to go in and do something about it. So they've been going around Minneapolis, which is an absolute shithole, by the way. Let's not try to downplay it here. Let's call a spade a spade. Minneapolis has turned into an absolute shit heap. And a lot of it coming from a government that has pretty much enabled, through connections by the Somalis, to defraud the government out of billions of dollars. So the White House decided, you know what, we're going to bring ICE in. We are going to take care of these streets and make them less corrupt. Well, the protests started. All the riots started happening. It was basically 2020 all over again. And then it culminated in this incident. So when was this again? So this was literally so January 7th.
About a week ago, I think.
So, all right, we're going to, instead of giving context, we're going to rip the bandage wide open here. We're just going to play this in its entirety. This comes from KARE 11. So it is a news site, but they show the full thing. So we'll get into it.
It shows agents repeatedly telling the driver to get out of the car. The driver then backs up, and as soon as she drives forward, You hear 3 shots fired. A federal agent reholsters his gun as the red SUV loses control and crashes into another vehicle. Another angle shows the driver waving her arm as a vehicle passes. Another car pulls up and more officers get out. They approach her vehicle and repeatedly tell her to get out of the car. They pull on her door. She backs up, then starts to drive forward. Shame! Shame! That's when an officer fires his weapon and you hear 3 gunshots. This is that same video in slow motion where the officer, near the front bumper of the car, fires his weapon.
Okay. Take a moment.
Before we jump to a conclusion, let me say this. There's actually another video that shows the angle of where the officer was standing, or the ICE agent was standing.
Okay.
And it looks like she hit him, but at the same time, you can't really tell because the video is like zoomed out far away.
There is, so like Andy's trying to point out here, which I agree with, there's a lot to unpack. So first off, everybody in chat, everybody here, take a deep breath. We're going to get into a serious talk here. So, as you saw from the video, there was a woman blocking ICE agents from moving through the streets. And they told her, get out of the car. Right? Standard procedure. If you don't want to fucking play ball, just get out of the car, put your hands behind your back, that type of thing. She drives off, and all of a sudden you hear pop, 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 and the car goes veering right into a parked car, and the woman is dead. So that's what, from this is what we can already deduce right now. But like any other good story, or any other bad story, there's a lot more to unpack. So the woman here that you saw was this woman right here. Her name is Renee Nicole Good. She actually lived on this street with her lesbian girlfriend. I think she actually a lesbian wife, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Yeah, I think they were married.
They were married. I think they even had a child. We'll get to that part momentarily. And they wanted to make a stand against ICE agents, right? They wanted to get their opinion heard. So what they did was they decided they were going to see the routes that ICE agents were. They had 3 kids. All right, thank you, Mad Blade. Thank you for giving me that information. But they were on the street. They were already parked. And they were like, you know what? We're going to make our voices heard. So her wife gets out of the car, or her wife goes out to record for TikTok, right? Which is already stupid. We already know the themes of previous podcasts here on why that's a stupid fucking idea to do. And it results in this confrontation. This is from Nate the Lawyer. So like I said before, we can't really use like news footage because they will either omit something, they'll leave key details out. You have to go to YouTubers like this that are talking about the whole thing in its entirety to get the full scoop.
Yeah.
But this guy, I think this is the camera from one of the ICE agents that was on the scene when this happened. Oh, I don't have fun. This is from Alpha News. So like I said, it's always good to get multiple sources. You know, you can't just trust one news source. Okay, I know I just started the video, but look at this. Is that a dog?
Yeah, why is that a dog? It looked like a dog.
What?
So you mean tell me they had a dog in the car?
I just saw this. Like, I just picked this video. I didn't even know about this. Oh,
because all the videos I seen, I ain't seen no dog in that back seat.
All right. Yeah, that's like, what the fuck? Here we go. So you see Renee here. She's holding up ICE agents.
Yeah.
All this other shit.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad. It's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us.
That's her wife right there, recording for TikTok.
Later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Wow, you act so gangster in front of federal agents, you stupid thought.
Get out of the car.
Okay, so you heard that right there. Let's turn it up. Like I said, we have to go through all this footage, guys. So.
Out of the car. Get out of the car.
You're already hearing them. They're saying, get out of the fucking car. So they've already established, get out of the car. And then this.
Get out of the car.
Oh, shit, there's an ad. But basically, like you saw there.
I'm just hoping that dog didn't get hit.
Well, the car ran into a parked car when she shot because she lost control. She's already dead at that point, so she hit that parked car. I hope the dog's okay. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
So, like I said,
I hope the dog didn't fly out the damn windshield or some shit.
What? Mad Blade in chat. I want to mention the wife to Renee. Yeah, that's the thing I forgot. The woman's name was Renee Good. The wife to Renee is a bad person. 2 of the 3 kids were taken away due to Renee's wife abusing them. What? Mad Blade, can you tell me where you got that information? I'm not saying that you're lying or anything. I want to pull it up. You know?
Yeah.
Because we got to get every angle here. So, why not all 3? Because I think the youngest that they had was like a 4-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. So they probably were on like provision to not abuse that child. That's my guess. You know, that's just how custody battles work. She read about it. Yeah, we'll have to find that. Hold on. Renee, Good, wife. False. Unproven. Yeah, but I don't trust these fact checks, though. I don't trust these fact checks because a lot of these can be obscured, too. Yeah, but that's up for interpretation. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. But the fact of the matter is, you know, it's still, even then, it still kind of paints a picture on how these people are. But I want you all to listen very carefully. All right? Listen very carefully to what the woman says. What her wife says when she starts to pull away. All right, let's play.
Get out of the car.
You heard that?
It sounded like she said run.
She said, drive, baby,
go back.
drive.
Go back. Let me listen to that one more time.
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll scoot back a little bit more here.
Big boy, go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Yeah, I heard.
Drive.
She said, drive, baby, drive. That's what she said.
So.
That's what she said. So she basically, ties there. I can't pronounce it right. She basically told her to do it.
Kinda, sorta. Now, what you pointed out, Andy, came abundantly clear, I think a couple days after this, right? So, everyone was assuming that, he stepped to the side and just shot her and all that. Well, this body cam, or it wasn't a body cam, it looked like a ring or security. Here it is. There's the officer in question. Whoa. Yeah, Andy, I agree with you. It's kind of hard to tell if she was trying to run. Here's my theory. Here's what I think happened. I think that she was trying to run him over. I think right here, she tries to run him over, right? And then, she saw dude pull out the gun, and that's when she decided, fuck this, I'm going to go that way.
Yeah, she got in a panic mode.
Yeah. This is from Nate the lawyer here.
I'm gonna say this, and I hate to say shit like this, but honestly, she wouldn't have been in this situation if she had just complied and done what they said.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that I'm gonna bring up here. Charles, are you still in here? I don't know if he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your take on everything we're showing right now?
To leave motherfuckers alone.
You put that Reggie Dale, sir.
That's been my take since day one. Like, man, let ICE do their thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I understand that it's generally is not right what they're doing, but at the same time,
right?
They're protected under the law, and we're not. So if they kill us, the processing them will be extremely hard.
Yes, and I think Ugo Lord would actually share your sentiments here, Charles. We're going to play his video. He looks only at the law. Like, Nate the lawyer, obviously, he's more of a right-leaning, conservative type of guy. Ugo Lord brings up a good point. We're going to watch his video or listen to
Lawyer's reaction.
There she goes again saying, drive, baby, drive, drive.
Yeah, I hear that.
Boom!
The killing of U.S. citizen Renee Good by ICE officers has become a highly political issue. So for that reason, I'm only going to focus on the law and the legal steps of what potentially could happen next. There is zero chance that the federal government is going to charge this ICE agent because federal officials, starting from the President of the United States, the Vice President, and even the Deputy Attorney of the Department of Justice have all come out vigorously to defend this ICE agent. But
J.D. Vance, I think, has been the most vocal about it, to be clear.
That does not mean that he cannot be charged by the state government. But to do so is tricky because the Supremacy Clause of the United States Constitution states that a federal agent has immunity from prosecution from the state for conducting official federal duties. However, if it is determined that an ICE agent acted outside of those federal duties, they absolutely could be charged with the state for violating state laws such as first, second, or third-degree murder. In order for that to happen, the state of Minnesota would have to charge this ICE agent, and most likely that would be removed out of state courts and into federal courts. Then it would be up to a federal judge to determine whether or not that ICE agent's actions were within the scope of his federal duties.
So basically, it would be probable cause, is what he's trying to say. And
I feel like if they do something behind, I feel like that ICE agent, they more likely gonna put that motherfucker in witness protection.
That's what I was telling my dad when we had this conversation yesterday night. You know, they're gonna put him in witness protection. You know, keep him safe and all that shit. It's just like Charles said. You know, you might not agree with what ICE is doing. You know, I bet some of these people that are coming onto this stream that are watching this right now, they probably never heard of us. They probably have the same sentiments as, you know, a lot of these guys. You know, we fucking hate ICE. Some people might like ICE. You know, at the end of the day, they're federal agents. You don't fuck with federal agents.
No.
Right? So, when you get this woman right here, and she's holding up federal agents with her car, and this was premeditated. Like, those two planned to do this. They were already caught on tape saying that they were going to do this. We're going to block them off. and all this to try to get a message across. I keep assuming genders, but shut the fuck up, they're lesbians, alright? Fucking hell. Her wife was recording this whole thing for TikTok clout.
Pretty much.
That's as premeditated as you can get. So when you sit here in your car and you block off federal agents with your wife recording, by the way, and a dog in your car and a 4-year-old child in your house, that's on you. Okay? That is on you.
Okay.
And just judging by the way that these people act, right? Judging by the way that this individual acted. This is probably a person that's never been told no in her life. Right?
I like it.
A lot of these, you ever notice that with a lot of these crazies, especially the ones that are damaging shit, whether it be in Minneapolis or Portland, where I think there was I think you said that 2 people got shot over there, right?
Yeah.
Or what happened here in Covington months ago. These are people that have probably never been told no in their lives. They always take everything for granted. They always bite the hand that feeds them because they were always taught that they're disenfranchised, that they're weak, but they're special, believe in themselves, and they will succeed. Until they get into the harsh realities of the world where nothing is a given, all right? We have to fight and scratch and claw our ways through life. We got to scratch to earn that paycheck. And these people, a lot of them, not all of them, but a good chunk of them, have never had that opportunity. They've always had stuff handed to them on a silver platter, and they still fuck it up because it's always about them. This is an individual that's probably never been told no in her life. And she takes that mentality and starts fucking with some of the most powerful people on the street right now. Federal fucking agents. I'm trying to comprehend everything here. You know, and like I said, you might not agree with them, okay? A lot of people are political. You might not agree with their approach. You might not agree with their standards. You might not agree with their existence. But these are...
Yeah, but everybody is allowed to have their own opinion.
Everyone's allowed to have their opinion, right? But, and this is a big but, you cannot put yourself in a position that's going to cost everyone and everything you love to go to shit. I know I'm speaking a bunch of autistic gibberish right now, but what I'm trying to say is these 2 ladies played a very dangerous game. This is where it gets a little bit serious. It's the part where I take my glasses off. Because I want to have a little chat to chat. You know, it's one thing to have opinions. It's one thing to be a jackass like Jack Doherty, right? Goes around fucking with random people to hide behind bodyguards. You know, fucking doing stupid shit to police officers. It's one thing if you have like a biker that's trolling his local police. Catch me if you can, vroom vroom. These 2 women willingly, in an effort to raise attention over a battle that they themselves probably didn't know that they were fighting. They probably didn't know what they were fighting for. But these 2 women made a very fucked up mistake. They decided to fuck with federal agents. They decided to use their car to blockade federal agents from doing their job. Which, by the way, a lot of jurisdictions, that's terrorism. You know, you can already land yourself in a federal penitentiary doing that shit, alongside the likes of Ramsey Youssef or Timothy McVeigh's rotting corpse. But these two people made a stupid decision for TikTok clout to go block federal agents with a dog in the car and a 4-year-old in their house. And this right here is the result of all of it.
Get out of the
They played a stupid game for their opinions. They played a stupid game for clout. And they paid the price. One of them did. And the other one is paying the price, kind of, because she just lost her loved one.
Pretty much.
But this is the price you pay for never being told no in your life. This is the price you pay for fucking around. And she found out. Again, I mean, it sucks that someone lost their life. But when you look at everything that's happened, right, this is the price they paid for trying to evade federal authorities instead of getting out of their fucking car like they were told to. And it's just, it sucks that a life was lost, but they knew what they were doing. They knew the bullshit that they were signing up for. And it cost them. It cost a life. It cost a 4-year-old to not be able to see their mother again. And who knows if whether the abuse is true or not. You know, I know that Mad Blade dropped some information. We can't really confirm it because everybody else don't believe that. We're so biased. This is a fucked up situation.
Well, that's why you have to do your own research on certain topics, you know?
Right. Like, we couldn't do... Hell, you guys just saw it here when I tried to type up what Mad Blade put in chat. Everybody, even a lot of these biased stations, it's fake news, it's fake news, it's fake news. Even though a lot of shit's already been disproven that has been put out by the same companies. When I do that little thing, here, let me show you all something. On this standby right here. Facts, laughs, and authentic, unfiltered takes. Do you guys know what that means when we type that? That means we give you the facts as we see them. We don't pull any bullshit. We present everything factual. It doesn't matter if it's a serious story like this or if it's lighthearted, whether it be with pro wrestling, gaming, whether it be with sports, like with those two coaches leaving such prestigious teams. And guess what? We don't have people filtering our takes. We don't have a news company that comes in and says, no, fuck you. You can't say that. You need to say this, 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 this. I don't control what I say. I don't control what Andy says. I don't control what Charles says. I don't control what Tyler says. I don't control what Justin says. It's all uncensored, uncut. We give you our take. And it's authentic.
And it's real.
It's real. And that is one thing that society has been lacking for the longest time. Just be real. Just be fucking real. Let's be real right now. This woman made a stupid fucking decision. Now, whether or not she meant to run that person over or not, we don't know. She's dead. She doesn't have a platform to be able to give her take. But at the end of the day, it all starts from here. It all starts right here when she decided that she was going to take matters into her own hands. Renee was going to take matters into her own hands and block federal agents from doing their job in practically an act of terrorism for some stupid political justice shit. You know, her wife for recording for clout. It's just a horrible situation all around. And they brought it on themselves. And you know, this is the one thing that pisses me off here. I'm going to take my glasses off again. Because now, just by this woman getting murdered for doing a stupid thing, now we want to protect all women. No, fuck you. I don't buy that for a second. All this anger that you have towards her when it comes to protecting women, where was this anger when it came to that poor girl on the train in Charlotte? That poor Ukrainian girl who got stabbed by someone that is mentally unstable and homicidal as fuck. Where was your anger for her? Where was your anger for Riley Gaines? A woman that stood up for herself and for other women just because they had to share a locker room with a guy who hadn't cut his penis off yet, that couldn't make it with the other men, so he had to go swimming with women. And when she spoke out on it, she got fucking mauled by a bunch of college students to the point where they barricaded her in a broom closet. Where was this anger for her? You know, a lot of you guys preach about mental health. The anger that you have for her, where was that towards Michaela Raines? A beautiful soul that committed suicide because of her mental health, because of people bullying her. All because she did the one thing that she loved doing better than anyone else. Because she took care of animals and she did a better job of doing it than a lot of these other schmucks that just hoard all the donation money. Where is that anger for her? Where is this anger for all those women on that gymnastics team that got fucking touched and molested by Larry Nassar? That got lied to. Their trust was ruined by the FBI. And none of you said a fucking thing about those women. You know why? Because it don't fit the narrative. Really? Innocent women getting attacked? Or even better yet, what about that woman, that poor girl at Brown University, trying to start a political movement to try to bring people together? She gets shot by some wacko with a freaking assault rifle for religious reasons. He did it for his own religion, putting that girl on the ground like that. And I'm sorry if I'm losing my articulate flair, but this infuriates me. Where's the anger for those women? It's nowhere to be found. I'm sorry. This page can't be found. It's being hot dog fucked by whatever Stacey Abrams or Nancy Pelosi believes.
Pretty much.
Am I saying anything that is like, incorrect? Is my anger justified? At least with George Floyd, there was a debate. You know? He wasn't the outright angel that you all make him out to believe, but at the same time, there was a debate to be had because the officer was in the wrong. But where's the debate here?
And then get this about the George Floyd situation. I heard that he was also a Freemason. So let that sink in.
Thank you for your contribution, Andy.
I'm just saying, just let that sink in.
Fucking Freeman. I don't know how you can be a Freemason in this day and age.
So I don't even know.
I'm kind of glad you said that, though, because I needed to break the ice here. Stuttering like a motherfucker. But it's just, this is why we don't talk about this shit on this podcast, because it gets emotional. It gets controversial. You know, and I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, we're a positivity stream. No. Have you heard some of the jokes that me, Andy, and Charles tell to each other on this stream?
We tell it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we literally just called a black wide receiver sock monkey. All right, that's how unserious we can get on this podcast. But this has just been brewing for a week or two, and we had to talk about it. And at the end of the day, here's the lesson. Don't be a fucking idiot. Yes, you might not agree with what ICE does, but don't do stupid shit like this where you're trying to be some, political hero, rally the troops and all that. If they tell you to get out of the car, get out of the fucking car. Like, how hard is that? And don't block
it's not hard, but okay, so it's not that hard, but see, the thing is, people have the right to not get out their car if they feel like they didn't do anything wrong. Like, for example, you know how black people always get pulled over by the police, and every time black people get pulled over by the police, black people be afraid because we don't know whether or not we're gonna get shot. We don't know if we're gonna live to see another day. Like, for example, the situation happened a long time ago. I was in the car with my grandfather, right? Me and my grandfather got pulled over. Officer asked for the license registration. Okay, he gave him the license registration, right? He asked for my ID. Sadly, I didn't have my ID, so I had to give him my social. Luckily, I memorized my damn social.
Of course.
So it was a chill cop, by the way. It could have went south, but thank God it didn't.
Hey, you kept it cool,
Yeah, he kept it cool. He was a cool cop, That day, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous as hell. Like, my heart was beating like so fast because, like, being pulled over, especially by a cop that's not black, yeah, you kind of fear for your life because you don't know whether or not you're gonna walk through your front door anymore. Especially with these cops and how they get away with murders.
I mean, there's dirty cops out there, and I agree with your anger, mad.
I'm not saying that there's not bad cops out there. There's plenty, but there's also plenty good ones.
I just say, if you get told, it doesn't matter if it's a police officer, federal agent, whatnot. Just don't do stupid shit. Like,
it's not that hard to follow the law, really.
Right.
It's not.
You get these people that think it's this thing where you should just try to do it for clout, like in this situation, or you think you're hot shit. And it's like, you're playing a very dangerous game. I get that there are probably going to be some corrupt agents out there and corrupt officers, but, like, you don't want to play that game. If it comes down to it, just just get a fucking lawyer. You know?
Or the smartest thing to do is before when they pull you over, and I'm speaking towards black people, obviously. I'm gonna teach you the game. I'm gonna teach you the game when you get pulled over. This is all you gotta do when you get pulled over. When you get pulled over, park your car. Wait for the officer to come to you. Wait till the officer comes to your window, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you have your license and your registration in your hand and both of your hands on the steering wheel. So if they ask for it, you can just pass them the license and registration.
Yeah.
So that way they won't assume that, oh, you have a weapon.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know, just to play smart and safe. And then another thing, always record yourself when you do get pulled over.
Right.
Record yourself for the officer's safety and your safety.
A lot of times, like in those traffic stops, they don't really have their body cams up, which it's nothing against them. I mean, it happens. But you forgot the most important part of this, Andy.
What I forget?
Hold on. I gotta. There's one key detail you're leaving out. All right. You have to ask this to every cop that you see whenever you get pulled over. You know, it just pays it to be good. All right.
I can license and registration, please. What seems to be the officer problem?
I had to play it for the one time. Oh shit. Oh, Mattel did put out an autistic Barbie. I don't know what the fuck to think of that. But yeah, this whole situation's fucked. I mean, like I said, I feel bad. I mean, it sucks that someone died, but I don't feel bad for the individual involved because this could have been an easily preventable situation. And they fucked around and found out. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, pretty much. They fucked around and found out.
Law by
but
Mike
yeah,
is
like
great.
I said about the situation, if you get pulled over, do exactly what I said. I guarantee you everything will go smooth.
Everything will be all right.
Obviously, if they ask you, do you have any weapons or drugs in the car? No. And they can't search your car without a warrant. So they have to have a warrant.
Or reasonable cause.
Reasonable cause. They don't have a reasonable cause or a warrant, they can't search your car. They can't even look in your trunk. Unless you give them permission, then they can.
How not?
But you got to be a stupid motherfucker to do that.
I love how you brought this up.
People in the black community, myself, often worry that we might be a victim of police brutality.
All right, before I play this to end it, because we need a good laugh. Andy, do you have anything left that you want to say? I did talk a lot, by the way.
Not. I don't really have anything except what I was telling people about the police and what to do, what not to do, and then the situation with this lady that was just killed by ICE. It's not that hard to listen to the law. Mm-hmm. And maybe she was afraid that they was gonna kidnap her or some shit. I don't know. I'm not the lady, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just when you add everything up, it does not look good. It looks like a situation that could have easily prevented if people were just not so egotistical. Charles, are you still here?
It did.
Yeah.
Hold on, Charles.
Go ahead, Charles.
No, I was just saying I'm still here.
I know. I know I've been talking throughout most of this. I wanted to hear your
we want to hear your take on it too.
Final thoughts, and then I'll let Andy speak, and then we'll get to this Chris Rock segment.
No final takes on that. I kind of a little bit agree with what both of y'all were saying. Just mind your own business and stay out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Right.
And like we said before, not all cops are bad. There are some good cops out there. It's just rare to come across any. I mean, I was lucky to come across the one when me and my grandfather got pulled up. I was lucky.
Right. And you can
to be honest.
Well, you can normally tell if someone's being a dirty piece of shit or not, like by appearance sometimes.
No, yeah. But you know, this was a fat cop who looked like he eat jelly donuts and shit. I'm just saying.
And them jelly donuts must be banger at Krispy Kreme.
But he was cool though. He was a fat, cool cop. He was cool.
He's fat.
He fat, but look, he was white as snow. So hey, he was chill. So he was chill, and I mean, we made it home safe that day. So that's why. But also, shit, not even that. My father and my stepfather is a cop. You know what I mean? I think that's another reason why I got so lucky my whole life with cops, because you know I've been a cops my whole life.
But yeah, if there's anything to take away, we should just listen to Chris Rock on how not to get your ass kicked by the police.
So,
unless you want a Rodney King beat,
the Chris Rock show.
You ain't shit. Unless you need the knee on your neck.
Proudly presents
play that
this
video.
educational video. Have you ever been face to face with a police officer and wondered, is he about to kick my ass? Well, wonder no more. If you follow these easy tips, you'll be fine. First, obey the law. Laws were made for a reason. Think of them as hints. You've heard people say, man, I wouldn't do that shit if I was you. Well, here's some of that shit. Carjacking, armed robbery, arson, selling drugs, buying drugs, stabbing, shooting. You know, you probably won't get your ass kicked if you just use common sense. If you jump a subway turnstile, you might just get off with a warning from the police. But if you jump a turnstile carrying a loaded gun and smoking a joint, then maybe you need your ass kicked.
what the hell?
We all know what happened to
It looks like they beating his ass right now like Rodney King.
Oh yeah, he just brought up Rodney King. Yeah.
We all know what happened to Rodney King. But Rodney wouldn't have got his ass kicked if he had just followed this simple tip. When you see flashing police lights in your mirror, stop immediately. Everybody knows, if the police have to come and get you, they're bringing an ass kicking with them.
He ain't lying.
Here's a no-brainer. If you're listening to loud rap music, turn that shit off. Blasting fuck the
Nah, he ain't
while you're
lying.
getting pulled over by the police is just ignorant. When an officer approaches your car, be polite.
Is there a problem, officer?
And stay in your car with your hands on the wheel.
What the fuck do you want, motherfucker?
Almost put the fucking Kool-Aid camera out. He can't
Want to give a friend a ride? Not so. Unless you want to get ass kicked.
He beat his ass like Rodney King.
Want to give a friend a ride? Not so fast. Your friend might be crazy. Now, before you let your friend in your car, ask them these questions. Do you have a gun? Do you have drugs? Do you have any warrants? And in case you do get pulled over by the cops,
License and registration, please.
remind your friend to do this one thing. Shut the fuck up.
Don't give him shit. What the fuck you want?
Oh no! The only thing missing was the knee in the neck. Oh wait, that wasn't around by then.
No, but not Black King.
Get a white friend.
Get a white friend.
Hey, nah, for real. I mean, he ain't lying, because the white friends normally be the reason why you get out of trouble.
Goddamn
I swear
right.
to God. I swear to God.
Well, Andy, you should start taking me on car rides more often.
I'm telling you.
I swear, anytime we fucking go anywhere, it's like, oh shit, we got the white driver. He knows what to do.
Right.
A white friend can be the difference between a ticket and a bullet in the ass.
I mean, you gotta put that knee up a little bit higher there, Sonny Jim. Jesus.
Here's a tip you should never forget. If your woman is mad at you, leave her at home. Because a mad woman will say anything.
He got weed! He got weed!
If your woman is mad at you,
I swear, and it'd be black women too.
Oh, of course. Of course it would.
I swear to God.
You'd like to see more than you getting your ass kicked.
That's right! Kick his motherfucking ass!
There are women out there that probably get off to this thought right here.
You ain't lying.
Now let's review. Obey the law. Use common sense. Stop immediately. Turn that shit off. Be polite. Shut the fuck up. Get a white friend. And last but not least, don't ride with a mad woman. If you follow these simple pointers, you probably won't get your ass kicked by the police.
Or shot.
Or shot. There you go. Well, there you have it. Perhaps she should have just abided by there. Damn. This might be the longest podcast we've done. Clock it.
You ain't lying.
Clock it in, man. So. Ooh. I don't know. Do we want to raid a woman or a black man now on Twitch side? We'll flip a coin over.
Let's do the black man for the one time.
Oh, I got the perfect one for you then. Andy, tomorrow, Resident Evil 6 on stream?
Yeah.
All right. Just name the time.
I'll think of a time and let you know.
Right. It's been a fucking hell of a ride. But we're going to raid my boy Leon. The Ruined Leon.
Fucking Leon.
Oh, you know who Leon is?
No, I don't know what he is. I was thinking of a character from Resident Evil.
Right. No, Ruined Leon. He's a bad motherfucker, man. That's my homie. He's a chill dude. But yeah, tomorrow it'll be Resident Evil. Thursday and Friday, I don't know yet. And then maybe, I don't know, guys. Do we want to shoot for Monday on the next episode of the podcast if there's no NFL games?
Yes, it's Martin Luther King Day. We could.
All right, it's my
because
he had a dream.
Because I'm about to say some ignorant shit, but the man had a dream and he got shot
off a balcony.
Man.
At least it was in his car. But anyway, if you're on the Twitch side, we're gonna raid Leon, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the podcast, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.